Today on CityCast Denver, welcome to 2025. To usher you into what I'm sure is going to be a fantastic year here in Denver, we have come up with a bunch of cool stuff to eat, do, and try. If you're new here, welcome. Listen along as we break down our favorite ways to enjoy a mile-high January. Today is Thursday, January 2nd. I'm Paul Caroli, and here's what Denver's talking about. All right. Welcome, everyone. It's time for our monthly tradition of helping you all enjoy this fair city that we share. This is a special one because it's the beginning of the year, January, and January in Denver can be kind of bleak, but not if you know what you're doing, and we do. So here with me to give you our guide to January is our newsletter editor, Peyton Garcia. Hey.
Hey, Paul.
And also a returning favorite, the star of the monthly guide series, producer Olivia Jewel Love.
I'm back, baby.
I can't wait to do this. I haven't done one in a while. These are fun.
Exciting stuff.
New listeners, welcome.
Hey, guys.
We know this is a jumping on point for a lot of people. It's so great to have you here. Hope you enjoyed this one. Come back tomorrow. Join us again. Before we even get to our awesome things to recommend for the month, we have a special announcement.
Drum roll.
Thank you for the drum roll.
You're welcome.
Someday I want to get a real drum roll. I want to be on stage somewhere where there's someone with a drum kit and they just like spontaneously start doing it. Oh my God.
We could probably hire Bree's 3-year-old. He's very into playing the drums.
True.
We probably could. And he's actually a very important part of this thing I have to announce. Here I go. I'm going to go ahead and do it. We are throwing an awesome event. It's something we've never done before. The whole company is excited about this. We got a lot of people helping out. It's called Heyday, and it's an indoor fair with urban flair. It's like a county fair that you maybe have been to if you're from somewhere like I'm from, Ohio, but it's Denver stuff. And we're doing it in the beginning of March when you don't want to be outdoors because it's so dang cold. You can just come hang out with us indoors and do all sorts of like classic county fair stuff, but with a Denver twist. What does that mean? It means drag queens, live art installations, ballet folklorico. It's going to be super family friendly. We're going to have all sorts of like fun, like CityCast Denver activations. We're going to have also like a grandstand stage with entertainment, some of your favorite regular guests from the podcast. And it's March 8th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And you can get your tickets right now at heydaydenver.com.
And we're going to be there hanging out all day. Hey.
Yeah, us too. If you want to say hi to us.
Can I say that I am most looking forward to this Rocky Mountain inflatable snowboard simulator ride, which is like a mechanical bull, but for shredding.
Do you shred the gnar, Peyton?
No, I don't, but I'm really hoping they'll let me put my 2-year-old on it.
But whatever. I'm going to bring my cat to put him on it. I want to do we're going to have the Shutterbus photo booth. I'm a huge sucker for photo booth pictures. As someone who can't throw anything away, this is going to live in my house forever. And you'll have a little token, if you're like me, of CityCast Denver in your house, literally forever. You're welcome.
What a memento. Yeah, no, this is going to be great. I mean, it's like a million different things. We got so many surprises in store. We got tarot readings. We got a balloon artist. A bunch of artists are going to be there. I mean, if you've heard the show before, you know our host, Bree Davies, who's unfortunately not joining us today, big art lover. She's putting her stamp on this thing. So
there's going to be drinks, food,
great drinks, great people. Come join us March 8th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Get your tickets now. They're affordable tickets. Check out the website, heydaydenver.com. All right, January. So here's what we're going to do. We do it like this every month. We're bringing it down to 3 categories: something to do / experience, then something to eat / drink, and then finally our bonus category will remain a secret. I'll tell you later. Peyton, you want to start with something to do / experience in Denver in January?
Sure. Well, as you said, January can be bleak. So I think it is the perfect time for a good weekend getaway. I love a little staycation in the mountains.
Nice.
And I would like to head to Breckenridge, which is only an hour and a half to 2 hours from Denver, depending on the route you choose. And the reason I'm heading up there is because they host their annual Snow Sculpture Championships.
Oh, I've always wanted to do this.
Yeah.
Always.
This is crazy. So, I actually was seeing some pop-up advertisements for it on social media, and these snow sculptures are just insane. So the event takes place the January 20th through the 29th, and the first 5 days are the people or the competitors are actually sculpting. And it's teams of 4 people, and they get 5 days to hand sculpt a 25-ton block of solid snow. No power tools are allowed. So they do this kind of out in the open in Breckenridge's downtown area. So you can kind of see them as they work on these sculptures. And then, so they get the first 5 days of the event to do that. And then the following 4 days are, you get to go and kind of wander through the sculptures, check them out up close, and then you can vote for your favorite.
Amazing. I want to take those days all off and just be in Breckenridge and just be walking by and seeing the development. And then at the end, I'd have my favorites.
Yeah. It's not awesome. Far. Breck is a really cool place to be. They light up the sculptures at night. Every day you'll get to see the sculptures becoming more and more and more complete. And these teams come from all around the world, countries all across the world. And they kind of just do it for the cred. There's no cash prize here. They just get a ribbon and bragging rights. But check out the Instagram or the website for this, because these sculptures are just insane. Just crazy. And it's free.
Breckenridge also just won the world record for the longest shot ski.
Yeah, they know how to party.
So there's some fun stuff happening in Breckenridge right now.
All right.
Yeah, so that's where I'm headed.
What's the official name of the event again, Peyton?
It's the Snow Sculpture Championships in Breckenridge. Free to go and look and check it out and be a part of it. You can judge the sculptures on their creativity, technique, innovation.
I'll judge the sculptures.
On technique.
And emotional impact, which is my favorite category.
I'm going to be really emotionally impacted by this.
So that's where I'll be, January 20th through the 29th.
Wow, that snow sculpture really opened my heart. It helped me rebuild a relationship with my dad.
Exactly.
Just kidding. Love you, Dad. Olivia, your turn. Something to do / experience.
All right. So this is a fun one that's happening every Wednesday. Actually, looks like all the way through September in 2025. So a lot of Wednesdays. There's 4 Wednesdays in January you can get out to this. It's the
I'm gonna fact check you on that while you go on.
Okay, quick math.
Mm-hmm.
It's pasta and piano night at the Champagne Tiger. So this also includes an element of food if you get hungry. Which I think every event should have an element of food. Honestly, you never know when you're going to be peckish. But Wednesdays at the Champagne Tiger, this new place, Bree's been hyping it up a lot. I haven't been there yet. It looks awesome. It's on Colfax. It's where the American Diner meets the French weekly pasta and piano night. And so they're going to have a changing pasta every week with a rotating cast of piano players, violinists, vocalists, and performers. I was like, this just sounds so classy. Also, if you're dating or you got a person you take into this is going to win major points. I mean, this is just makes you look cool and worldly. It's yeah.
And this is new to 2025. This is not something they were doing in 2024.
They've been doing it for a couple months so far, but they're continuing it this year. Nice. And I just haven't been to it yet. And I really want to go. And I think it's going to be sick.
Champagne Tiger seems like the mullet of restaurants. They're half party. Half classy.
I love that.
They're classy up front, but a party in the back.
I don't know how they would feel about it. I was there for the press preview. All the people that worked there were very fashionable. Are mullets in fashion still? I know there was.
Mullets are hot right now. Yeah,
mullets are having a moment for sure. Mine's growing out, but
it's years going. The mullets are back.
Thank God.
So they'd probably love to be known as the mullet of the dining scene.
Shout out to Champagne Tiger.
Wednesdays, pasta and piano. Sounds awesome. I think it seems like a perfect January activity. Inside, warm, music, warm pasta. I'm there.
Couldn't agree more,
Yeah.
Olivia. Unfortunately, I have to do this to you. Here comes the fact check. There are 5 Wednesdays in January.
Even better. You'll have one more chance to get to this in January. 5 Wednesdays to go check out pasta and piano night. It'd be great.
All right. I think that means it's my turn. I'm going to talk about an even more staying staycation than you, Peyton. No driving
Oh.
required for this one.
Oh.
I read about this morning. Like you, I mean, I always want to get away in January, especially to somewhere like hot. I love hot springs. I love saunas. And I just read about this place that just opened in Capitol Hill called Garden Sauna Denver, which it's in the same building. It looked like, based on Google Earth at least, as the Corner Beat. So you know that strip over there, just off Colfax.
Mhm.
But it's a new sauna. It looks kind of small, but it also looks like it's sort of a rooftop space. So they have a wood-fired sauna and they have a cold plunge. And the best part is it's pretty cheap. You can get an intro session at this place for $19 to go hang out in this
wow.
like little secret rooftop garden sauna place.
Mm.
This definitely sounds like a hottie hot spot for sure.
I mean, I hope so. Let's move on to something to do, something to eat or drink, in January. Something that's great to eat or drink this January in Denver. You know what? I'm starting first. Sorry, you two. So one of my favorite old places in Denver was the Denver Bicycle Cafe. I don't know if either of you ever had a chance to go. It's closed for like 5 years now, probably. I won't talk about it too much. It was a place where you could get your bike fixed, you could get a beer, you could get a coffee in the morning. Very comfortable space. There's been a couple of businesses that have gone in there since and not done great, but now there's another one, and it sounds cool. It's Hearth Bakery, which is one of the great new
Yeah.
bakeries that's been popping up. I love their bread. I love their pastries. So they're taking over part of the space, but then the cool part is kind of recreating that Bicycle Cafe experience. There's a bar that's going to take over the other half, and it's a bar that's got a proven model out of Austin called Latchkey Bar. I guess it's kind of like a famous Austin bar. I consulted our colleagues at CityCast Austin about this to get a sense of the vibe, and she said it's cool. So listeners, if you know this bar in Austin, let me know, and let's talk about how it compares, because it seemed like it was like a famous thing.
That sounds cool. Something kind of old, well, not old Denver, but something very Denver coming together with something popular from not Denver.
Yeah,
That sounds like a fun fusion.
it could
of-
be. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
what it's going to be like, but it's like, it seems like it's got the recipe for something that could be great. And I love that building.
If nothing else, people love Hearth Bakery.
Yeah.
So go there for that at least.
Yeah, so they're supposed to open sometime this month. The Instagram is unclear on the details, but I'll be watching that space, Latchkey_Denver. They're putting up new murals that look cool. But one of you should go. Olivia, you go. Something to eat/drink in January.
Another place that has a great Instagram presence, and I'm really excited about trying, it's Grounds for Dismissal Coffee in Denver. And just like our fave in the bottom of the 5280 magazine office, another coffee shop inside an office building, their Instagram says, "Yes, we're located inside an office building for now, but we're still cool." And this place,
Own it.
I mean,
It is cool.
it is cool. And their Instagram is great. But the thing I'm really excited about is they have all these coffee and matcha flights. So like Peyton, this is also kind of calling your name. But so one of their big things here is they do flights. So you get 4 12-ounce iced lattes with 2 shots of espresso each. They recommend to share.
Oh my God.
Yeah. What do you?
And it's available to go. So like they have these flight menus, like the fan favorite one is a Nutella latte, a white chocolate lavender latte, almond bliss with chocolate cold foam, and honey vanilla chai with
Oh
cinnamon
my
cold foam.
gosh.
And then like the matcha one is honey matcha latte, matcha blossom, matcha caramel macchiato, and blueberry matcha.
Wow.
So those are some of their popular ones. And they also have a new thing now where you can make your own flight. That's like starting in December and going through the new year, you can make your own flight of, four drinks they have for coffees, and they have a bunch of fun seasonal drinks that they actually have extended their menu into February, which I appreciate. I hate when everyone cuts off the good seasonal flavors like right after Christmas. I'm like, just let me have a little joy in January, please. So they've got a lot of other cool flavors: sugar cookie, gingerbread horchata, blueberry peppermint.
man.
I don't know. They just all sound really good, and they are Instagrammable, guys. They are cute.
Yeah. I
So-
have heard of this place, and yeah, their Instagram will tempt you alone. But I've also seen that they do quite a few fun events.
Yeah.
They host a lot of fun events. Also, if you're serving 12-ounce beverages, can it be called a flight, or is that just a Groupon at that point?
Well, they serve it on a board. They serve it on a board
That's-
all together. That's technically a flight.
It's a shareable.
Like, if your
Incredible.
stomach's not strong enough for that much espresso, get to the back of the line, sweetie.
Yeah, mine is not. That is crazy.
Olivia, I love your
But
take
anyway.
on seasonal drinks should be available longer. That's like a true Denverites take, like how we do. You got to keep your Christmas decorations up till the end of the stock
Mhm.
show.
Yeah,
We should be able
that
to
should
drink
be mandatory.
peppermint mochas until the end of the
The
stock
end of the
show.
stock
I feel like
show.
January doesn't have a whole lot going for it, so I want, at least let me have those flavors still. Come on.
All right, Peyton, I think it's your turn. Something to
Okay.
eat / drink.
Mine is comparable to Olivia. We both had caffeine on the mind, but I actually have Olivia to thank for this recommendation. She sent me an Instagram message recently about this place called Coffee Graph. So it's a brand new coffee shop that opened in the West Highland neighborhood back in October. And it's family owned. And while most coffee places here in Denver serve South American roasts, these guys want to bring some attention to Indonesian brews. So they specialize in Indonesian beans and flavors with all of their house-made syrups, which all of that is really cool. Top that off with the fact that their food is provided by Bon and Butter Bakery,
Oh,
as well as Get Right Bakery. So two of our
Oh.
favorite bakeries are providing the food. But that's
Yeah, tell them
not
the real
even
reason,
the best
Peyton.
part.
Tell them the real
that
reason
wasn't
I
the
sent
best
this to
part.
you.
Those are like my.
That's
Those
not-
are my
There's
spots.
a reason I
part.
sent this to Peyton.
So, Olivia sent me their Instagram reel. They are doing a special Harry Potter menu. It is happening
Of course.
through the first week of January. So, like, you have to do it now. And I'm hoping if enough people freak out and show up, they'll keep it for a little while longer. At least till the end of the stock show would be my request. But this
Keep
this
the Harry Potter bars and menus until the end of the stock show.
as somebody who's like a huge Harry Potter freak, these drinks sound incredible. Their menu they're offering 3 specialty Harry Potter themed drinks, and it's kind of nice because one's coffee based, one's matcha based, and one's an herbal tea base. So
Is matcha the
you know,
Slytherin drink?
no, it's not. It's actually because of mandrakes, herbology. You wouldn't know. If you know, you know. It's a
Oh,
mandrake
I know.
matcha.
Tell me, I want to know.
Yeah, you guys are both millennials. He should know.
It's
Tell
don't
us
worry
the
about it.
drinks.
Because okay, I'll read them to you then here. Hold
Yeah,
on.
you got to
Let me pull
read
it up.
them.
I
Do
wanna
they
hear the
have
drinks.
So-
butter beer? That would be the thing, right?
Yes. Okay. So they have a
Polyjuice
mandrake
potion?
apple spiced matcha. And that is going to be crafted with ceremonial matcha, homemade syrup of Honeycrisp apples and brown sugar. It strikes the perfect balance between sweet and spice and is packed with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory agents. So that sounds delicious. That's your matcha option. Your herbal option is a blue peppermint potion, which blends butterfly pea tea with peppermint and a dark chocolate drizzle, and it's garnished with a peppermint baton wafer and crushed candy cane. But the one I'm most excited for is the butter rum snitch, which is made with a butter rum sauce, black lava salt, and espresso, then topped with a torched marshmallow and freshly grated Indonesian nutmeg.
I mean, those all
And
sound
these
great.
look incredible. They sound so good. So you have to go do it now because they're only going to do it through the first week of January. Unless we all go and demand that they keep it forever. So.
Don't say Peyton sent you.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited about. Thanks to Olivia for sending that to me. And then
Yeah.
I went down a real deep hole trying to find them and everything. Yeah, so
All right.
check them out.
Coffee
Coffee
Graph
Graph.
in West Highland. Very cool.
That's
All right,
true.
it's time for the big reveal. our secret themed category, New Year, New You. So this is a recommendation for whatever that means to you two, because I took that in a weird place.
You always do.
Olivia, how about you? You want to go first?
Yeah, this one was hard for me. I am a fan of New Year's resolutions. Like I do like setting I actually, not to get all therapeutic on y'all, but I do call it like setting intentions for the new year. So it's like, not like resolutions. I don't know. So my New Year, New Me is I'm really gonna try to like try out spots that are new to me each month this year. So I really want to try out some like new restaurants and new shops. A lot of them probably aren't new to everyone, but I just really want to get out more and try some stuff. So one of the things that we've been talking about a lot is the Welton Room, with all their like crazy cocktails they have. They look so good. They've got like the cotton candy cocktail. They have a bunch of espresso martinis. Like I hope the espresso martini trend continues into the new year because I love it. But I want to go try some aesthetic drinks there. That's one of the places I have on my radar. Also, the Whiskey Sanctuary by Law's Whiskey. I'm not a huge whiskey drinker, but this place looks cool as hell. Like it is so aesthetic in there. It's like a lounge where you can do like whiskey tasting and stuff, but apparently they also have other spirits. So I don't really like whiskey. My partner does, but it looks like there's going to be other stuff for me there besides just the cool aesthetics.
It looks very cool. It's like a church.
Yeah, it's like really vibey. So, that all is kind of what I want to do this year. I really want to be out in Denver more and like take more pictures in Denver. So these are a few of the first places I want to try.
Nice. Cool. Great goal.
Thank you.
Peyton?
Yeah, why don't I go next so we can save whatever weird left field thing you have, Paul.
Well, now I want to go. I don't want expectations. I'm going.
No, mine's low key.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I was like Olivia trying to think of something that maybe I wanted to do in the new year. Maybe other people want to do too. And for me, that is brushing up on my Spanish skills. So I don't speak Spanish natively, but I did study it through high school and I majored in it in college. And I did some traveling after college. But, I really feel like I could use some brushing up on it. So I did some research on some Spanish clubs that you can join around Denver, and they're super low key. So I've seen these pop up on like Facebook and stuff, but two that I know you can rely on is Museo de las Americas has one that meets once a month, and they typically meet up at Cerveceria Colorado. There's also one that I've seen a lot. I've actually recommended them in our event lineup too. I found them through meetup.com, but they're a pretty big group of locals, and they meet up a couple of times a month. They are just called Hablamos Español, and I'll have links to these in the show notes and then in the newsletter as well. But they meet up typically at Raíces, which is another favorite brewery of ours. So you can go there. They do other fun things too. Like they have like little holiday get-togethers, and they'll do dinners, and they'll plan like trips to Spanish-speaking countries. Again, free, open to anybody of any level. So if you, like me, are trying to work on your Spanish skills, this is a nice low stakes way to do that. And that's the best way you can learn a language, is forcing yourself to have conversation with other people.
Dang, this is really like, you're bettering yourself for the new year. I just said I'm going to drink a bunch of espresso martinis. You're like, I'm going to be an intellectual and bilingual.
Well, I didn't want to scam you guys. I wanted to pick something that I'm really going to try and do. I'm not trying to go to the gym 3 times a week,
I think you and I can both achieve our goals.
I think you both can
it's
too.
Drink as many espresso martinis as I can find, and you better your language skills.
Yeah.
All
right, Paul, what do you have?
Here we go. Okay. So I was thinking about the new year, seriously, like what I wanted out of it and what January meant to me. And I was like, I think I might be done shoveling snow. I think I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah. So I did a little research, and the state of Colorado offers rebates for electric lawn equipment, including snowblowers. And they're right at the retailer. So you don't have to fill out a form or anything. If you just go to the right retailer, I did the research, I'll tell you, Ace, they've got these. And you don't have to do anything. They just give you 30% off the ticket price. get yourself an electric snowblower. They got batteries. You just plug them in. There's all different kinds. You can get the kind where you still have to push a little, or the serious like heavy duty kind where it just does all the work for you. And that's the kind I recommend that I would hope to get for myself. PopularMechanics.com has a little listicle about what the best ones are. And with the rebate, you can get their pick for the best electric snowblower, which is the Ego Power Plus Peak Power SNT 2405 24-inch 2-stage 56-volt battery snowblower for $1,049. That's a $450 savings thanks to the state of Colorado.
Is that really what those cost?
I know, it's a little more than I wanted,
Oh my
and I'm not
God.
sure if that's like actually in the cards for me this year, but God, what a
But you can
dream,
dream.
huh?
You
I
can
thought you were
dream.
gonna get
January is
a-
about dreaming.
I thought you were going to get a blade for your Prius.
A blade.
Yeah, to scoop snow, to push snow around with. Just like all the pickup trucks coming through the neighborhood and you're on the
Me in the
Prius
Prius.
with your blade on the front.
I do say the Prius handles like a dream in the snow.
Yeah, just
Oh,
have it be the civilian shovel group.
yeah.
with your
I
Prius.
love this tip, Paul, almost as much as I love your recommendation to buy a swamp cooler in the summer. But this is awesome. I will say my one plus up to your tip would be what I've done in the past, which is find the person on your block who has a snowblower and become good friends with them.
Maybe a little
So if you
community
can't-
snowblower purchase together.
Yeah.
And then a
Well,
shared
yeah.
Community
snow
snowblower.
blowing rotation.
Or life hack, have a newborn in the middle of winter and then your neighbors just do all your shoveling for you because they're nice people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stage a pregnancy.
Good luck figuring that out, listeners. And good luck with the snow. Good luck with January in Denver, although I'm confident it's going to be a good one, especially if you stick with us here on CityCast Denver every day for more. Sorry, this is like so promotional. I'm not going to do it that way. Olivia and Peyton, thanks so much for joining me. This was fun.
Thanks.
Always a pleasure.
That's all for today here on CityCast Denver. If you enjoyed the show, why not take a minute to tell a friend about Heyday? Maybe buy a couple of tickets now. Maybe you'll thank yourself when March rolls around. You can also rate the show wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe to our morning newsletter and learn more about us at denver.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. See you then. The band Bicycle Day is playing. It's not a bicycle day.